So divorce creates a problem in a discipleship relationship because you're already fighting an uphill battle of sin in that child's life, the student's life. So you're gonna have to fight that uphill battle of trying to show them what a real relationship looks like, because their relationship at home is already split. One weekend they have to go to mom's house, one weekend they have to go to dad's house, and you're gonna have to show them that what Christ's love truly looks like, because their view of marriage is skewed, and it's rough on them. So you really just have to dig in and show them the love of Christ.
I think another issue would be trust. That teenagers who have parents who go through divorce have a hard time trusting, because when the parents of a teenager have a divorce, and the trust of the teenager has in the parents is broken, and thus it becomes more difficult for the teenager to trust in adults in general. And so the challenge for youth pastors, or those who are discipling teenagers, the challenge will be to develop a relationship with the teenager to the point that the teenager is able to trust adults again, which will likely take much longer and more detailed care than, say, those teenagers who come from a more stable family. So if this step of developing this trust is not established, then discipleship will most likely be unproductive. So trust issues will be another aspect of divorce.
Yeah, going off of what Austin was saying, I think kids that do experience divorce, they do have kind of a skewed perception of commitment, and it's going to be a little bit more difficult to teach them, like this is what an enduring love of Christ looks like, and this is what it means when he said he's never going to leave you. And I also think that identity plays into it. They're trying to figure out who they are as people, and being split between parents and maybe even siblings as well. Like they have these different environments to figure out who they are in, and that could be really difficult for them. So I think just even reminding them that, hey, you are a child of God, you're not a product of divorce, right? Is going to be something that's really crucial for them to know.
For me, is the one I would remind them that is Christ is not never going to leave them, and Christ is going to love them more than their parents. In a way, I mean, the parents going to love them only certain time, only when it comes to birthday or sport game, they probably going to show up. But in reality, sometimes they're not going to show up. But if they have Christ in their life, it's everything. No matter what happened in their lives, Christ is going to love them, take care of them. So, in a way, just remind them about the gospel, that Christ loved them more than their parents. Yeah.
Good deal.
Another thing with all of that would complicate it would be the lack of focus or concentration that the students might have in trying to be discipled, where we have an opportunity to try to spend time with them and to disciple them. An aspect of that would be to come alongside them and walk with them through this tough time. And their minds and everything are going 100 miles an hour, and so there might be an opportunity for us to minister to them, but the discipleship aspect might have to kind of be lessened a little bit as we're trying to minister to them and help along in the healing process. Because I think they're just, because of all the stuff you guys have been talking about, all that's going to contribute to a distraction from really being focused on their walk with the Lord.
All right, thank you guys.